Hey, welcome back everyone to the letter. Yeah, last time we was teasing and filling with Zach, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it.
I'll stop if it makes you uncomfortable, sweetie.
Sorry.
No, I should be the one apologizing. Why, you're a shy one, aren't you, big guy?
It's not that, but...
He gestures a ring on my finger. That's the fact that matters hang heavily between us. Being told implicitly that I'm too forward is not a common occurrence. I think I'm more stunned at the fact that he pointed it out rather than being rejected. It's not that anything is going to happen between us in the first place. I was in some harmless flirting, right?
So, you've never had a girlfriend?
No. No boyfriend either. You know, just in case you were gonna ask for that one next.
And you haven't even had your first kiss?
Not a one, ma'am.
Do you want to have your first kiss today?
I can't help it. I really can't. I'm gonna apologize a lot later. Surely by a catty smile on my face, it's obvious that I'm just pulling his leg. The laugh I failed to contain suddenly gives it away, if it isn't still obvious. But still he lights up in embarrassment, stammering and sputtering objections.
You're married, and this will be extremely unprofessional.
I never said I would kiss you, silly. Oh, Johans!
No, what? No! Don't call your butler, she's Hannah!
That would be for the better. I don't think his husband would appreciate it if I made him kiss another man. I do not think he can hear us from here either. But it is hard to think you're not taken, Zachary. Why, whoever becomes your girlfriend will be so lucky to have you. You can cook and take wonderful photographs. Wonderful meals and wonderful memories.
I can play guitar too.
You can? Oh my, wonderful serenades as well then.
Damn.
Perhaps I can find a young lady who deserves a fine, strapping young gentleman like yourself.
Let's not get carried away. Besides, I gotta be going. It's getting late and I got someplace else to be.
A shame. I will be expecting you again soon, I hope. For a copy of my photographs, yes?
Course, I'll even deliver them personally. Just, you know, don't try to make me kiss your butler when I drop by.
As fate would have it, at the very moment whistling his mouth, Johannes come out of the house. Judging by his side and red sombrero, he heard only the tail of the sentence.
There shall be no kissing of any butlers under this roof, Danke.
But you are not under a roof, are you, Hansi?
To my amusement, he takes a step back, safely placing himself within the threshold of the foyer and under the roof of the house. And just as ever, he is quick to return to a sardonic reply.
I am now. As I was saying, madam, it's about time for supper. Will I be needing to set an extra place at the table?
Oh, what? No, I was just leaving, actually. So, you have a good night, Hannah. And you too, Hansi.
It was nice to meet you, Zach, honey. You have a safe trip.
He nods and grins his face. As he says our goodbyes, is the sweetest I have ever seen. I linger, looking out for him with his relatively small bicycle, backpack safely secured in the basket at the front, and suitcase hooked on the back. I watch as he went down the path back to Anson village until he's nothing more than a blip in the horizon. I can't help the small smile on my face as I go inside for supper. Entering a small dining hall caused me so much confusion. It's dark. For a moment, I thought the electrical is not up to par, but certainly not the case. The other room is bright as artificial light. Finding the light switch is more menu start. More more menu into task. Considering the size and unfamiliarity with the room. To make the matters worse, the darkness grants the room a different atmosphere, eerie and frightening. It takes longer than I thought to find the switch, something that would have been rectified later on. My skin starts to prickle, and there is the distinct feeling of being watched. It unsettles me and only spurs me on in my watch. And when I do open the lights, there's a hiss.
I'll turn the lights down, woman!
There at the end of the hall is my beloved husband with his face in one hand and a glass in the other. Perhaps I can let it go if it's only one glass of wine. However, I can feel myself go livid after seeing the toxic green liquid gleam mockingly at me.
Luke, what? Are you drinking absinthe? You know what the doctor said. Absinthe, Luke. Are you actively trying to kill yourself? Because if you are, we can just hit you with a bloody car.
Honeybee, Buttercup, not too loud, please. Besides, it's Lelouch, not too strong. Just hair of the dog that bit me. Helps with the hangover, dearest.
You drank? When?
This morning, love. Don't be mad. I just needed a few drinks, having to deal with those simpletons. And maybe I had one too much.
Oh my god.
You don't see me whinging about you leaving me to handle them on my own.
I had to attend the photo shoot and interview with Luxury Living. You know that. Let's not make this about me, Luke. This is about you and your drinking problem and...
Oh, I don't know, Hannah, darling. What if my drinking problem, as you like to call it, is linked to you? If we think about it that way, this discussion is about you. That was pretty mean of you, leaving me alone to do all the work like that. You can't use the interview as an excuse either, honey. I was informed the moment your little interview was done. So, what was it then, What were you doing?
I was the black guy who has a bigger dick
I
than
was
you.
talking with Zachary, the photographer for Luxury Living.
I've no reason to tell a lie. It's not like I'm guilty of anything. As Luke's expressions turn, he makes me feel like I'm actually to blame for something. He has making ways of a laid bed to just a look. That has really struck me when we first met years ago.
That giant Negro? You were having a secret meeting behind my back and it was with him?
What are you implying?
I'm implying nothing. I'm just worried. You know better than to trust those media types, Buttercup. He must have been really friendly to occupy your time like that. But all he's looking for is his next big headline.
He's a photographer for an interior design magazine.
Doesn't matter. You let one little thing slip, one wrong move, and it'll blow up in the telly in the morning. He'll go to his journalist friends to gossip and make a quick quid.
His eyes were the first thing I noticed about him. They were like nature, grass and the trees, wonderful and breathtaking. Now as I look at him, there's nothing but the same shade of green as the bloody damn drink in his hand.
He was a perfect gentleman, Luke. I can't say the same for you as of recent.
Excuse me again? We're talking about you, Hannah.
No, I am pretty sure we were talking about you and your drinking problem, Luke, right?
Hangover forgotten during the course of this little spat. The man jumped to his feet and seized. It looked like he's barely stopping himself from throwing the nearest thing he can find.
Oh, it is not a problem. I can stop whenever I want. And even if it was, I think you can very well stay out of it, as it only affects my own kidneys or liver or whatever the bloody hell that shite pollutes. Whatever aftermath that occurs because of your little chit-chat with the Negro affects the both of us, however.
Look, Luke, nothing will happen. You have to relax. It was just a friendly chat.
Well, now I think I'm getting jealous. Or I would be if it weren't for this damn headache.
Maybe you should drink more.
Maybe.
Supper is silent. Is spent in silence without nothing but occasional sound of silverwares. The grand feast has been served, grander than usual anyway. It's basically due to Luke's complaint of stress. Seafood. A platter of native oysters for starters, entranced of turbot, with purple sprouting broccoli, lemon, capers, and anchovy sauce for mains. To finish off, black tea and golden syrup sponge pudding with custard. For the appetite, peace, the plates are cleared away. Luke stands, kisses me goodnight, and leaves me to stare at my half-empty cup. Lonely in the low of night, I sit in a house too big and too empty, foreign and unwelcoming. Even with its warm tone and homely decor, it feels cold. There's no need for tears, however. I know I can get through this like every other obstacle I have faced before. This is a minor setback, and I hope I will be a long and happy life. To above us all, though this face is for Luke, and for our future children, fills me in with a renewed vigor. Besides, it looks like someone's already having a cry already. The wailing is far away and muffled. Yet at the same time, it shakes me to my very core as I hear it. As if the stuttering is standing right beside me. Hearing it, but I'm actually trying to hear, see if it can hear the wailing or whatever. I think I can, but it's really quiet. I don't know. Hearing the sends a chill down my spine and makes my skin prickle with goosebumps. Who is that? Oh, Jesus. Curiosity sinks in as I follow the sorrowful sound into my kitchen. Into the cellar hatch.
Hello? Is anybody down there?
I'm curious and concerned, but there's no way I'm going down to a dark and humid underground. It's not like I'm enthusiastic as Luke, a consumer so quietly connoisseur. However, I cannot bring myself to go to bed like this, with a racket going on. If it's one help, they should need some talking. After all, this wouldn't be the first time I've gone and found one of the maids sobbing their eyes out over one thing or another. As professional as the staff are, they are still human. More often than not, it was either your hands or I calm them down. I help them figure out how to go on about things. Unfortunately, I'm not high spirit right now, and so I'm not wholly benevolent. So I'm just gonna call them out, bro. I knock 3 times. Waiting for any sort of replies. Used me no reply. And I already touched the door as plenty of time. Then I lied. I took a deep breath before reaching again to whoever's inside. I learned from experience that people better respond to kindness than threat. Shouting angrily would not help in twisting with them out.
You, in the cellar? Do come out. We don't want Luke waking up and finding you in there, do we? That man would go ballistic thinking someone was trying to steal his precious wine.
Still nothing.
You can have a good cry. Just not in there, yes? Why don't you come out here and we can have a cuppa and you can tell me all about whatever it is you're bawling about?
With a long, I'm standing there, however, I start to think myself as a fool. I did not want to acknowledge the other feeling I have, especially as the wailing took an eerie turn. The thought of being played didn't suit me too well, and said stop myself from getting too hot-headed as I tried one more time.
Now you come out of there! That is an order from the lady of the house, do you hear me? Why, Iota?
I freeze and hands clamp down my shoulder. The dread I've been feeling all this time makes it so nervous and new, unmoving, not even daring to breathe. I feel my heart pounding against my chest. But the touch is gone as quickly as it has seized me. Oh, she's Johans. It's only Johans when I look back.
Apologies, madam, for touching you like that. You were not responding to my voice, and you looked about ready to wake the whole mansion up.
I was... I'm sorry. I was getting rather loud, wasn't I? But that crying woman in there, we must do something about her.
He grew silent for a moment and looked concerned. At least I was like to interpret as a concern, given how stuck our head butler usually is. Or rather, even being concerned, as he takes off, a glove and presses my back as his hand on my forehead before words of inquiry.
I beg your pardon. What crying woman? Are you feeling well, madam?
In the cellar. Can't you hear her?
Madam Hannah, no one is down there.
What?
The cellar is locked. Only Luke and I have duplicates of the keys. Nobody is down there.
I stare at him in disbelief. But when I listen once more, there's no crying. Tugging at the hatch for good measure provides his word to be true too. The thing won't budge unless I had a key. Sure for using power to honor.
Perhaps it is time for you to go to bed, madam. You are simply tired and hearing things, a perfectly normal human experience. But if you are still experiencing auditory hallucinations in the morning, you are free to consult with me.
There's still a cold feeling in the pit of my stomach as he helped me put up to my feet. What he says makes sense. Who am I to question someone who used to be a doctor? I'm just tired, that's it. A long day of moving, the interview, dinner with Luke, has drained me of any proper sense.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I just need some sleep, that's all.
Of course I'm right. Go on then. Gute Nacht.
Good night, Johans. Good night, house.
It's just fatigue. Close the goddamn balcony. That's what I keep telling myself, although I can't ignore the strange feeling in my gut. Either there is something wrong with this house or there's something wrong with my head. Sleep will be elusive tonight. A new day. Luke is already gone by the time I rise. There isn't a single hide nor hair of him to be found. Trying to call him on his mobile is a bust, as he only goes straight to his voicemail. Just twice in a row he's gone on me. For him to disappear today of all days is a bit upsetting of what's to come. The morning once again filled with whirlwind of activity. Fortunately, I'm more refreshed as we well took a break from my responsibilities. I haven't had the faintest clue where Luke was yesterday. Today's gonna be a busy day, although, unlike Wednesday, the master of the house isn't here right now, absent once again from his duties. Hopefully he'll be back in the time for the party. This is our house after all. A grand housewarming party is for wonderful right mansion. Every match's importance from the Luxborn is invited, and there will be a few guests flying in as well. Of course, there will be some people from the media, along with friends and acquaintances, who are made no less important regardless of their status in society. Marianne and I discuss business and last minute touches in the house before finalizing everything. Now there isn't much to change from the original plan, bar any huge addition to the property itself. The mansion nearly 100% complete.
You have certainly exceeded expectations, Marianne. Everything looks so marvelous, and in such a short time, too.
Well, I can't take all the credit. People have certainly been enthusiastic about the idea of working on the right mansion. There won't be any more problems unless Mr. Wright has any more objections about the second bedroom.
Luke and I had a small tiff about making the second bedroom to a child's playroom, which is I insisted to be completely practical. In the end, he had to persist. Fuck, I didn't give him any choice in the matter. Even bought this wonderful wooden crib from the antique store yesterday, including some toys. Just in case anyone brings the baby, of course. Besides, we have a little need for an actual guest room. We hardly have any guests who spends the night. If we absolutely have to, we often choose to foot the bill for the visit on one of our hotels instead. Always let Luke's own insistence. And one of our off chance, we actually have someone stay. The bedroom is the opposite wing, still up to the task.
Oh no. We proceed with that room as planned. I already agreed to him having his greenhouse and his vineyard and his stables. He may as well let me have this one thing.
No, I did not agree to him having a helipad.
Alright then. Well, do we have any other concerns? Anything we need to put on our agenda before the party commences?
No, I don't think so. Not unless Luke has anything else to say.
Is he around then? It'd be best if we can note down his requests right away, considering the scope of his usual ones.
Oh well? No. Where is he? Who knows where? I don't know.
No, he's not around.
She didn't have to point out the obvious now, did she? After 7 long years, I've already gotten used to him. I should be by now. Still not, apparently.
But don't you have a party?
I want nothing more than to complain, to whinge about how unfair this is. However, airing out one's dirty laundry is simply taboo among high society. To do so would make you a ripe target for the next dinner party chit-chat. Vultures, there are lots of them really. Most of them, at least. And there are always good ones like Rochelle Lee. But to put your trust in the wrong person, you find yourself eagerly picked apart.
Yes. But Luke's just being a sweetie, you see. That friend he's visiting, he's having marital problems and he's just trying to cheer him up.
Perhaps I'm being a bit too rash, a bit too hot-headed in indulging details. But I thought to myself clever with the plan to dress it up as a cursive. Marianne's raised brow makes me unsure whether she's interested or not. Although that does make things better if she has no interest and therefore no hidden intent to utilize whatever I might say to her.
They've been married for a long time and they've hit how do they say it? A rough patch. His wife has a drinking problem and can be very neglectful. The poor thing really does his best to be a good husband. But it's never enough for her. Sometimes I think it's the years. Maybe it's been so long that they've lost that romantic spark. What do you think?
You were asking for my personal opinion on the matter, ma'am? Do you want me to be honest, or...?
You gotta be honest.
Be honest with me, Marianne. I don't need someone to sugarcoat it. I'm not some fragile thing that I'm just going to break down at the slightest thing.
She hesitates, taking a sip of her coffee while I stare into my own cup of coffee. The silence stretched on, and I almost believed that she would never answer my question. I suppose that I shouldn't blame her, putting her tie on the spot like this. Hesitation is understandable, though I loathe to admit it. She simply wants this whole thing to stay professional. But then she speaks.
If I'm going to be completely honest, I need to ask. This is about you and Mr. Wright, isn't it?
It's my turn to hesitate now. I really didn't expect a straightforward question. And to get to the heart of the matter, I suppose something as clever as I like to think. Or is it that I'm an outsider that can see little martial troubles? Are we? Alright.